Yep.
Between the words to say the words to remember. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all. Feel it in your arms. Feel it in your legs. Feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head. Just let your body go. Just let your body go. Just let your body go and move to the rhythm. Now we won't go back home today, until the very last hour. We still got few more days to slay, it's gonna get so much louder. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all. Feel it in your arms. Feel it in your legs. Feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head. Just let your body go. Just let your body go. Just let your body go and move to the rhythm.
player color, by the way?
I'm PvP.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, we are here with our match number 2. We got the Admirals against the Centurions. I'm almost Magic Mike here with Cubics. How are you doing, Cubics?
Good, thank you.
And I think we're just about ready to get this one started. I think everyone's pretty much in the lobby. Wait, yeah, that's counting right. We are good to go.
Numbers.
It's hard to count. I'm used to there being 9 people in the lobby with
Yeah.
two commentators, but we're
Oh,
good.
me too. Trust me. But games being weird. Anyway, we're set to get ready for kickoff here, and the first game is underway. Kickoff going the way of our orange team here, which is, are they the Centurions?
Yeah, Centurions are the
They
orange.
are cool. Centurions in orange, Admirals in blue for this game, and already possession immediately with the Admirals. Taking it back out, though, right away is the Centurions looking for a shot going off the backboard as Kill Switch tried to send it down, but he couldn't quite get there as it's off to the side, centered, intercepted here by the Centurions off the backboard, and good keep of possession. Way to send it into the corner for Jonek, and it's sent out, or Jonek. Sent out here. A good opportunity and a shot on his own net in such an unfortunate touch coming out from the Centurions, and it's in their own net. Not a way you want to start the series.
Yeah, and the Centurions were doing so well. They had so much pressure consistently for a good 40 seconds or so, and as soon as the Admirals got it clear out into the Centurion zone, there was that unfortunate touch there, and that's just got to be the playoff jitters, the stream jitters that, almost every player is probably going through right now. It's very tough, not only being in the playoffs and this being a do-or-die game, but also it being on stream as well. So it can be very tough, at least for the first couple games, for people to get used to this. And, oh my, that's another good chance from the Admirals.
Another very quality shot. It's on that last one, you could almost hear that, dang it, from the team comms for the Centurions. But regardless, it's in the back of the net. And we have a 1-0 game. A good flick in, but it's not quite fast enough to completely beat the defense. XP doesn't quite get it, and nobody's back on the Centurions' defense. And we're seeing a complete fall apart here from the Centurions.
Yeah, and the Admirals, they're doing a great job just capitalizing on all these errors. And really, the Centurions have only had 2 to 3 errors, but the Admirals did such a good job making sure that they got the hard clear and finding the open net rather than just trying to dribble it and slow things down. They really recognized that as soon as possible. That's going to be a Centurion shot, though, almost able to capitalize on that one. And right now, it's a very even game given the scoreboard, but the Centurions are just the errors that they've committed are just too large right now.
Some very egregious errors coming out from the Centurions as Vodka Man gets it. Can't quite get the shot on target, though. XV can't either. He tries to get the shot in. I think that might have been a double commit as well, as nobody is back on defense for the Centurions. A demo coming out here as well, but no shot comes of it. And another bump by the Centurions. They are scrambling right now to get anything going. Defense, offense, nothing seems to be gelling for them right now. Another miscomm here as Kill Switch goes up for it and can't quite connect on it. A good block as well from the Admirals will lead to some good offensive possession for them here into the corner, off to the corner, and a shot comes in. This one is off the post, and nobody is in position again for the Centurions, and the Admirals looking dominant here in their first game.
Yeah, and this could really just stem from them allowing those 2 goals early on, and now they just feel a little out of place right now. That they committed a couple errors, but they gotta fight through. They gotta still hang strong. The Admirals are playing very consistently and very well right now, and they're really limiting the amount of stakes as they had a very nice shot opportunity there. Couldn't capitalize on the on target shot, but look at these rotations. There's no double commits. They're making sure that they keep the ball in the zone, and they're getting these shots semi on target. They're at least getting them near the net and creating more opportunities for their teammates off these rebounds.
Yeah, it seems like none of the offensive pressure that the Centurions have had so far has been very dangerous at all. Definitely not looking like a 12-6 team here going up against the Admirals, who went a exact 50-50 and 9-9 on the regular season. The season series between these two was 3-1 Centurions, and we're not seeing that dominant play that the Centurions have had here in this one just yet. But the Admirals seem to have things very well put together, and we'll see if they can continue this pressure, as they seem to be so far back in their own offensive end. Can't quite get a center slip past, but the defense here still, again, nothing threatening. A bad touch from Python, and Vodka Man will get the first goal for the Centurions.
And this could be the needed motivation there from the Centurions. They finally get some momentum going. They're able to capitalize on that dunk from the cut in front of their own net and from the Admirals team. And, now a minute 10 left. They got plenty of time to capitalize. They got plenty of time to get these 2 goals back and swing themselves back into this game. And, they are able to keep control of the game. They can keep it offensively in the zone and get the rotations down. They just need to get these shots on target and make sure they get them get some speed behind them as well.
Good recovery there from Python to save that as you say that. And some offensive pressure finally coming out from the Centurions here as they go for the backboard read. Can't quite get it. A center comes in from kill switch here, and it won't go through Python, who gets another block off the boards. This one is a good opportunity for a clear. Nothing comes of it. Kill switch with a little bit of possession now, trying to get a one play going, and can't quite do it. And we are back in the offensive end for the Admirals. A missed touch here, but another opportunity comes through, but the 50 is not there. And this one looks like it'll be 3-1 final score here for the Admirals, but that last goal coming from the Centurions off what I might classify as the only real mistouch from the Admirals all game. Do you think that they can take this momentum that they had at the end of this game and bring it through to this game too, and we'll see them put up more of a fight?
Yeah, I do think they can get back into this game or into this series. They are a very strong team, and it really seemed like those errors at the beginning of the game were due to either a stream jitter or the playoff jitters that they just need to work through. And eventually, going into these later games, as games 2, 3, they'll start warming up and really getting comfortable in their cars. And you know, right now, Admirals, they have looked very consistent. They've limited the amount of errors that they've committed, and unfortunately, the only only real big error that they committed was capitalized from the Centurions vodka man getting that dunk in front of their own net. But right now, if the Admirals are able to keep up that consistency, I think it's going to be a very tough time for the Centurions to keep into the series. But they do have a great chance.
We will see the Centurions definitely the better team in the regular season, and we'll see if they can bring that attitude to this game. Maybe part of it might be that the Centurions feel like they should be winning this game and just have not been so far. They have not been playing up to the standards that the Admirals are setting. As we kick off game 2 here, the ball is easily cleared back into the Centurions end here. A good play from Python to try and grab possession. A lot of midfield play here so far in the beginning. A shot comes on. A good reactionary save here coming in from the Centurions. A weird bounce shot put Exify in a weird position. Python looking for another touch on this. Can't quite get the touch that he wanted. This one is centered for Azuro, but he can't get the shot off, but gets the demo instead. A good 50, almost another own goal. Oh boy, a lot of back and forth play so far here to start things off. This one's in the middle. Nobody goes for it right away. Vodka Man able to get the clear. Maybe a little bit of possession here, but nobody is on that ball for the Centurions. And the Admirals are able to clear it out pretty easily. Azuro tries to get one on net. Can't quite do it. Yonek in the corner tries to center it. He will, but nobody's there to connect on the pass. A double commit coming out for the first time that we've seen here for the Admirals, but nobody from the Centurions is on the ball, oddly. And this one is sent back into the Admirals' end. Viz Python gets it out. Exify trying to get some possession here. Low boost is able to get it off the backboard, but nobody is there to get the read. So far, a lot of back and play. It seems a lot more even in this game than it has been so far. Nobody really being able to hold offensive pressure as this one is barred down. And Vodka Man with the first goal of this match.
Yeah, and coming off the first real offensive presence from the Centurions as well, all they needed to do was just hit it as hard as they can at the net as well, and they're able to capitalize on this first goal. And now they're looking pretty solid. Looks like they're trying to, or they're finally getting their ways. They're looking like the team that they've looked all season long. And the Admirals, though, they have looked very solid in their own right this game. And you know, I easily could see this game being tied up in the next minute or so.
True. I think if they can hold that offensive pressure that we saw last game, I think that they can definitely get one back pretty easily here. Azuro tries to get one in, but nobody can follow up on that for the Admirals. A missed touch, and Jonek tries to get it on. Can't quite do it, but the rebound is there, and Python cleans it up, and just like that, we are back even here in game 2.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just throw it at the net, and eventually they're gonna become a little too panicky, and they're gonna react a little bit in the wrong side of things, as you know, not able to get in either of those players' faces. And it looks like we may have a disconnect coming out of Kill Switch. Not too sure what's going on with him right now, and this could look to turn a new ways here for the Admirals to see if they can capitalize on this 3v2.
Odd sights here, especially in playoff Rocket League. Not what you want to see, especially from a competitive standpoint, especially to someone like the Centurions. It looks like Kill Switch is back, though, but not before Azuro is able to capitalize on the 2v3 there temporarily. The pass coming off the wall beautifully to the nose of Azuro's car, and it is in the back of the net. 2-1 with 2-2-1 left on the game clock here. The face-off is won here by the Centurions. Can they keep offensive possession is the key here. They can for now. This one is just above the backboard. No touch can be gotten by XFI. Centered for Vodka Man, but he does not get a shot on net here. Azuro going ball chasing this one. Can't quite get there. And it leaves the defense wide open for Vodka Man. And we are tied back up at 2-2. Very quick retaliation here from the Centurions.
Yeah, and this is great to see. They're able to capitalize coming off of you know, an unfortunate play being AFK for a few seconds, then that AFK forcing them out of position. And you know, it's great to see that they're able to capitalize so soon after the goal and tie this game up. And you know, they're looking like the team to beat right now. They're looking like the top team that they have seen all season long. And you know, right now, the Admirals are doing a great job to counteract them, but I would like to see just a little bit more shots on target, like just like that, where Viz Python capitalizes off the backboard pass from Jonek.
As if on cue, Jonek puts it off the backboard, and it's nicely into Python, who sends it off the post and in beautifully. 3-2 lead. Admirals, they're looking to take a 2-0 commanding series lead here, as this one's popped up into the Centurion scoring end. Vodka Man in the corner trying to grab possession here. Can't quite do it. A lot of bunched up Centurion players. Azuro going for the boost steal. He will get it. This one's off the ceiling. A shot tries to come out from Jonek. He can't get anything on, though. Azuro will have an opportunity to clear. Gets it by Kill Switch. XFI does not get the 50 he wanted on that. And a booming clear comes the other way for the Admirals. The shot on is missed. And Jonah can't quite get it on, looking for another rebound pass here. But Vodka Man will get the hard clear, but gives possession to Azuro, who 50s it nicely off the wall. Tries to get it center, off the backboard, in for Python. Would have been his second cookie-cutter backboard pass goal of this game. A nice tip into the offensive zone coming in from Python here. Python hits it off the backboard again, but it's still played in the corner here by the Centurions. A lot of heavy offensive pressure coming in from the Admirals right now.
Yeah, but they do have a chance here. The 30 seconds left, and they have these offensive pressure. the Admirals looking like they could hold out strong. All they need is the next 15 seconds or so, as that's a great clear coming out of Viz Python and keeping on this ball right away. And this is looking like it's going to be a game 2 victory here for the Admirals, taking the first 2 games. And, you know, right now, I think the biggest issue with the Centurions is just their communication, and it seems like at times they're assuming that someone else is going to be the one that challenges the ball, and you know, when 2 players are assuming or each assuming that the other is going to challenge the ball, it leaves so much room for the Admirals to work with and allows them to keep the ball in the zone and to keep applying this pressure over and over.
Definitely a lot of offensive pressure here coming from the Admirals. And whenever they seem to have it, they are able to score, which is something else that we haven't seen as much from the Centurions here. The Centurions relying a little bit more on the flash chances that they get instead of holding offensive pressure for a long time. And the Admirals seemingly, when they get that like 35, 40-second, 45-second pressure, they seem to be capitalizing on those pressure opportunities and wearing out that defense very nicely, as we might be getting a server reset for this game.
That's what it seems like. It's everyone left off the Centurions team, but I didn't see anything in the game chat saying that they wanted to reset. So I'm a little confused where everyone ended up going. Um, kind of weird.
We'll give the situation a second to sort itself out, but let's go over what we need to
Oh, I think they brought
look.
in a sub.
Oh, they might be bringing in Trash Bandit here to sub in for the Centurions here. Seeing if that can change the tides in this one. Maybe getting some fresh wheels, a fresh set of eyes coming out the cockpit of uh, Trash Bandit's car can help the Centurions swing this series back in their favor. As the favorites in this one, you might think that they would put up a little bit better of a fight on offense, seeing as they also beat the Admirals pretty well in the regular season 3-1. What do you think has gone wrong for the Centurions in this game to be in the position they're in, and what do they need to change to really get back on the top level here?
Well, I definitely think game 1 was just the jitters. Allowing those 2 goals within, I believe it was a minute and 30 seconds. That was their biggest issue going into game 1. And, you know, off of that, they would have, if they cut off the first minute and a half of that first game, it's a tie game 1-1 and going to overtime. But unfortunately, they did let up the gas a little bit early on. And coming into game 2, they played very strong, but then again, they had the moment of I think it was kill switch being AFK, which led to them being out of position and allowing that goal that ended up being a difference maker, seeing as they only lost by 1. And so I think right now, getting that communication back in and making sure that they're still settled into their seats and ready to apply the pressure yet again, rather than being nervous that they were in that first game, is going to be the biggest difference. And coming in with a sub as well could hurt them, seeing as he might have some nervousness coming into this game 1 for him.
Another interesting thing to note on that sub point is that kill switch is still in the game, despite the error or disconnect or whatever happened in that last game. He's still playing in this one, so whatever it was, it seems to be a non-issue. Trash Bandit, the sub coming in early here. 65 seconds is all it took to get his name on the score sheet.
Yeah, and it seems like he's applying the pressure that it seemed like the Centurions needed. He's able to challenge that one early, not just allow that Admirals player to get the clear, send it off in their own corner. He was on the ball as fast as possible, and he limited the chances that the Admirals defender had to get that ball out of the zone. And it's looking like this could have been a great decision for them to have gone through in this game 3. And I'm really hoping that they're able to pull this series back into it.
Already, I'm noticing a lot more offensive pressure as Trash Bandit makes no mistakes here, puts his name back on that score sheet. Second goal of the game for the substitute coming into this one. 2-0 Centurions, and the momentum has shifted in their favor here.
Yeah, and you can definitely see that they're cutting down the space. Oh, that's a good chance coming out from the Admirals. They're cutting down the space that they're giving the Admirals to keep controlling the ball. So they're forcing the Admirals to just kind of bang it and hope for the ball to get out of the zone, and they're not allowing them to just take control of it, which is really nice to see, seeing as the Admirals have played so consistently that way through games 1 and 2.
We're not seeing as much of that strong offensive pressure that the Admirals had in those first couple of games. They're not able to hold that offensive possession, having to play a lot of the time in their defensive end so far. And it's good to see that the Centurions have picked it up a little bit here, turned it up to 11, and are playing up to their potential now, really coming in as that higher seeded team and showing what they're made of here. 2-0 so far. Pass tries to come out, an awkward pinch, but Vodkaman makes the heroic save on what would have been a lousy goal to go in. Almost an own goal from Vodkaman as I'm praising him. And a hit off the post. What could have been about 5 times there for the Admirals. It won't go. Trash Bandit does find Vodkaman in a little bit of space, keeping possession here is a big thing. Kill switch with a shot on, easily saved. Bandit misses his shot, but leaves a nice opportunity for Vodkaman, but he can't capitalize on it here. Kill switch trying to get a shot, can't do it. Azuro gets a decent touch, but not before. Good little tip in from Trash Bandit. Almost a little pinch thing happening here. Not sure what happened, but the pre-flip shot, I don't know if that first one was on net, but that second one definitely was, and it fooled the keeper pretty nicely. And 3-0 lead, a hat trick for Trash Bandit in this one. Definitely seeming to be a difference maker in this contest. And that sub looking good for the Centurions so far.
Yeah, he's looking great right now. He really changed up the pace of play here for the Centurions. They are playing so well right now, and they're applying this pressure over and over. They've had a couple of miscommunications in the defensive end, but nothing to sweat about. They're able to capitalize and get the ball out of the zone and create their presence yet again in the offense. And right now, Trash Bandit is doing his best to carry the Centurions back into the series. They're 2 games down right now, and that pre-flip redirect goal was beautiful. As that shot was definitely going to get saved by the remaining defender.
Put that one on a highlight reel for sure. But you also mentioned that some maybe sloppy communication on the defensive end for the Centurions here, but they haven't had to spend a whole lot of time in their defensive zone as they've absolutely dominated the possession game in this one. And those defensive miscoms don't seem to be an issue at all, as the Admirals have not had any pressure. Vodkaman out of boost. We'll see what he can do with this. Gets a unfavorable 50 here, and Azuro will actually get a shot on, but a great save by Trash Bandit. Who else to make the play? A pass coming through, a bump on kill switch, but nobody can connect for the Admirals. Didn't think I'd be saying this after game 3, but it looks like the Admirals are going to need a spark now after a thrashing by the Centurions in game 3. This series will be 2-1 here going into game 4. Centurions with a lot of momentum, and we'll see if they can carry that through and maybe tie this series up at 2, as game 3 falls 3-0 to the Centurions. And you see right there, the MVP of this one, definitely Trash Bandit. He had 3 goals, 2 saves on 3 shots, perfect 100% shooting percentage. Definitely the difference maker in this one.
Yeah, and I'd really wanna see how the Admirals are gonna handle this going into this game 4, and how they decide to switch things up. Because right now, playing the consistent, kind of slower pace of play that they have played through the first 3 games is completely counteracted by the way Trash Bandit has turned this team around for the Centurions. He is cutting off every single opportunity for the Admirals. They're making sure they get in their faces as soon as possible and not allow for any control. And I really like to see some more speed coming out from the Admirals. Make sure that they get some of these long clears and really try to play into these corners a little bit more rather than just trying to bang it off the back wall every single time.
I think you're right about the Admirals' play style being a little bit slower, and I think the Centurions have picked up that pace, especially with Trash Bandit, and have really been able to capitalize on their offensive pressure from last game and put in a 3-goal game, all from Trash Bandit too. So what a performance from him! We'll see if he can keep up his great performance in this game too. And a chance coming out, but no touch from the Admirals again. I think that's something that we saw a bunch last game, was just not capitalizing on the touches that the Admirals did get to go in their favor. There's a couple of nice passes, but the Admirals are just not getting to the shots, as Jonik almost sneaks one in there. Vodka Man in a bit of an awkward position. A double commit coming out. Kill Switch does get the very nice recovery on that one. Shot coming out. Vodka Man looking for another touch. He gets it. Nice off-wall play. Trash Bandit getting the assist on that one. But a nice little almost wave dash thing off the wall there for Vodka Man. And an extra touch to put it back into the net. And another 1-goal lead here for the Centurions. That momentum is definitely being carried through, and I think is very important for the Centurions team.
Oh, definitely, and that play just showcased their speed difference going against the Admirals. They passed around the Admirals almost. They had one pass towards midfield to, I believe that was Vodka Man, or Trash Bandit, and then Trash Bandit passed it up onto the sidewall, which got picked up by Vodka Man. He was able to follow up his own touch, and the Admirals were really nowhere to be seen to challenge those passes and as well as challenge the shot, being a little bit slow behind that shot attempt.
Yeah, just some little bit of sloppy defense there. Oh, talk about sloppy defense. The Centurions let in one here that probably shouldn't have been in the net. Kill Switch just gets an unfortunate mistouch, and it ends up right on the nose of Azuro, and he's able to put it in. An equalizer here. Minute and a half into this one, we have a tie game, and we'll see what the Centurions can do here with some possession. Kill Switch going off the backboard, can't quite get it. A touchback center, nobody's there. Possession will go to Python. He sends it into the corner, but can't get it mid for a teammate. Good shot out here from Kill Switch, but a very good retaliation from Jonik, who can't get it on net here. A lot of backboard plays coming out from the Admirals, and it doesn't seem to be working very well as of recently, and we'll see if they make any adjustments to their offensive play style. They just seem to be going for one too many passes, and it's just not working. A shot comes in from Vodka Man, can't put it in. Trash Bandit shoots it right at both goaltenders, and that one will not go in, but a decent rebound opportunity coming here. Some offensive pressure from the Centurions. Kill Switch, it's down, but not in front of the net enough for someone to commit on that, and we see a wasted chance there for the Centurions. Ball back into the defensive end here for the Admirals, spending too much time there still, and not a whole lot of quality chances coming out for the Admirals so far in this one.
And going back to that point you're talking about, where the Admirals keep playing it off the back wall, it seems like that is their main offensive weapon. And I really would love to see some more midfield passes, which I don't think I've really seen any in this series so far. It's mainly been hammering it off the back wall, and eventually one of them is going to put it on target. And they can't keep relying on that all series long. Eventually, it's going to get picked up by the Centurions, and this is a great opportunity from the Centurions, but it sails it wide over the net on back-to-back shots, and the Admirals survived that one.
Barely, by the skin of their teeth, off the crossbar, and a good clear attempt. And Python is able to clean things up. The last goal was scored a minute and a half in, and this one scored with a minute and a half left. And the Admirals finally getting a lead here. This is their first lead that they've had since game 2. where they won that one to take the 2-0 series lead. Could grab a commanding 3-1 series lead here. Oh, a nice pass in, but nothing comes of it. A nice play on defense from the Admirals keeps them alive in this one. Kill switch, trying to get a clear. This one will be off the ceiling. Bandit going for a bump. Can't quite get it. The shot is just off, and Bandit gets demoed. Back the other way. Bandit gets a good power clear. Can he get a second touch? No, it will be Python, who's to it first. He's barely beat by Kill Switch, who beats another one. Centered for Trash Bandit. This one is on and can't be tipped over. 40 seconds left here. We have a tie game 4. This is the action that you want to see here in RLPC.
Yeah, with 40 seconds remaining, Trash Bandit bringing that excitement that he wanted. And, you know, being that leading goal scorer right now for the Centurions, I believe that's the fourth goal of the series so far. And coming in that game, too, I believe he still leads the Centurions in goals scored as well. And, you know, he's really being that MVP right now, keeping them alive in this series and trying to keep away from this match point. But no, what a...
Ooh, talk about an unfortunate touch. That was it. That was the unfortunate touch. That was karma for the one that happened first game, as Jonick just can't get there. Almost identical, a little bit faster on the one in game 1 for the Centurions, but oh, not the way you want to end the series. It looks like a little bit of a miscommunication on kickoff there. Jonick is up, sends it down. It's off the crossbar. Can somebody get to it? No. Azuro is too far back. Fog Command was cheating up there. Almost got it. Bandit trying to put another one in here to seal the deal. And if we were talking a minute and a half ago about how the Admirals were up 1 and this game turned around on a dime in favor of the Centurions, and they will take it and even the series. All importantly here, heading into game 5, we have a 3-game series now, folks. So what do the Admirals need to change going into game 5? We saw some flashes of brilliance there from their play. What needs to change for them to be able to come back and grab this all-important game 5 win?
I think right now the main difference is that they need to have some more offensive weapons. As I said a little bit earlier, they have almost relied on the backboard reads being their main way of scoring goals through this series. And yes, it can work, especially at this level. It can really throw some defenders out of place, but you can't rely on it for an entire 7-game series. Eventually, the Centurions are going to catch on. They're going to start playing that a player on the backboard. They're going to start challenging those high shots and really start seeing where these are going to go and read them so much quicker. And you know, if they go for some more infield passes or even try to control the ball a little bit more in front of the Centurions net, they can create a lot more opportunities, as it does seem like at times the Centurions allow for those passing plays, and they're not in those passing lanes.
One other thing I'll point out about the Admiral shooting is that last game, ooh, nice tip by Jonick there to get it middle. And Python sends it just over the bar, but Azuro is there for the cleanup. And the Admirals getting the all-important first goal here. Early possession, early goal. And just barely beating the Centurions' defense. And the Admirals get one. What I was going to say before I was so rudely interrupted by a fantastic play from the Admirals was that one of their goals last game came off of a transition play. Is that something that you could see the Admirals utilizing in this game to maybe get some more offense running here?
Definitely. And, you know, the Centurions, they've kind of relied on just being in the face right now for these last 2 wins. And, you know, at times, because they're so aggressive and trying to get into the Admirals' faces so quickly, and that can lead to players being out of position as well as being overcommitted. And you know, if they're able to get these long clears and make sure they're on net, and it could really hurt the Centurions. And seeing as, you know, when they were back in their old ways, when they weren't in their faces, they struggled to find any offensive opportunities.
Definitely. We see the Centurions in their offensive ends trying to keep possession here for the first time. A missed touch, and this one should have been in, but no power coming off the shot. I think both of the Admirals were out of boost on that specific play, and they don't get the key chance to go up 2-0 in this game 5 here. All important here for the Centurions as well, especially if they can get some offensive pressure here and maybe a good shot on. This could be the deciding few minutes in terms of momentum here for the team. It looks like Python going for a demo in net and just barely misses it too. Maybe that physical play is what the Admirals are looking for more in this game to get them kick-started. Kill switch. What a save by Jonik. He's able to get it out. Nobody on the end of that pass, but a good clear and maybe some offensive possession, but no block is there for the Admirals. And we're back into the Centurions offensive zone. Bandit getting the third man cleared out, but no shot will be on Jonik. Having some very good reads. I'm noticing some very good defensive play from Jonik in this game. And we'll see if that can play a bigger part down the stretch as Bandit tries to sneak one in. Can't quite do it. Azuro shoots one out, but can't get enough power on it to make it threatening. Another backboard attempt here. Jonik able to clear it into the corner, keeping possession here. Bounces up. Awkward for the Centurions, but nothing will come of that attempt again. The Admirals seem to have a lot of good opportunities and just can't commit here. It seems that Jonik is also on the starting end of a lot of these plays as well. He's able to keep the solid defense and get those clears. How important is his involvement in the play here for the Admirals?
Oh, he's definitely going to be the team that's going to carry this team to victory if he's able to save that ball for one thing. But at times it seems like he's the one being the most passive. He's laying back, making sure that he's at least one person's the third man, and being kind of that that offensive weapon that he can be, and be able to create these counterattacks that he has been. If he's stuck as the third man the entire time, it's really going to hurt the Admirals.
Yeah, definitely. He's got 4 saves. Well, I mean, I was going to say that he's great defensively. He's got 4 saves in this game, and then he's just like, hey, how about I put one in the net just to show you up? And we're seeing him play on both sides of the ball. The kickstart that the Admirals need. They've got that momentum here. 2-goal lead going into the final 65 seconds of this one. Can they hold on and finally take another game off? But an unfortunate play and kill switch will come up on the good end of what was a messy play. Oh, I thought that was a pinch from the Admirals. It just seemed to be a very well-read ball from kill switch. And a very nice play there. Gives some momentum back the other way very quickly. A counter-attack goal, and we'll see how important that is down the stretch here. Ooh, a little bit of a mistouch, but kill switch is ready to play possession. Sent back out very nicely. Vodka Man can't make anything of it, though. I think that's the first time I've said his name all game as well. I think that his involvement in the play hasn't been there. And we'll need to see a little bit more of that. I think he's one of the other more offensive players on this Centurion squad, and hasn't seen a whole lot of involvement in this one. Hopefully he can get back to his scoring ways here in the latter portions of this play. A counterattack coming out from the Admirals. No good. 15 seconds now. Maybe one more possession here. The 50 is lost in terms of possession for the Centurions, and I think that will have to do it. Trash Bandit sends one in. A hard clear back the other way. Jonik looking for one for the road. This one will be off the wall. Down Admirals take the 3-2 series lead. And we'll have to see how this one plays out. But the Admirals definitely coming out swinging early in this one. And that's what led them to this victory.
Yeah, the Admirals coming off or going into this match point now, and really this last game, it didn't seem like they made a huge change to their offensive presence. They still relied on those backboard reads, and the real difference maker it seemed like was that they were able to capitalize them for one hand, because the Centurions almost refused to place a player on that backboard to try and get those clears into the corner. It seemed like they were just waiting in net, and as soon as it bounced off, that's when they would attack the ball. And they really need to have that player on the backboard and try to get these a little bit easier and better clears. And you know, right now, I still think the advantage goes into the Centurions' hands for these next 2 games.
We'll definitely have to see, although I do think you're right. I think the Centurions do have the better play style. Depends on how they're feeling in comms, though. The other interesting thing to note is I think both goals last game did not come off of the backboard reads, and those actually were shut down seemingly fairly well, even though you're right that there was no backboard presence for the Centurions. I'm not exactly sure how they were able to do that. As a huge save coming from Azuro, my goodness. Trash Bandit switching to the Dominus for this one as well, I'm noticing here. But my goodness, Azuro, a absolute hero here for the Admirals early in this one, as the possession will stay with them now. Sent back up to the middle. Python with the shot, and a good save by Trash Bandit. Kill switch was there off the backboard for the Centurions. And a misplay in the corner, and Python capitalizes for the Admirals.
Yeah, and while the Centurions had that player on the backboard, he was pushed up a little bit too far into that corner, which forced a very difficult read on that ball. And he's not able to get enough on that one and send it away from the net, where it just bounces straight up into the ceiling and into the hands of Viz, who is able to pinch it off of another Centurions player. And it still seems like they're relying on those backward reads, but it's working. So at this point, they got to just stick with it, I feel like.
Kill switch with a huge power clear coming from that backboard, as you were mentioning there. Python looking for a tip. Dangerous ball floating up there, but a good save by Vodka Man, scrambling in his net, but is able to get it out very nicely. This one's sent into the corner here. Python looking to make a play on it. Slightly beat by Vodka Man. This one is looking to be middle. Bandit can't get onto it, though. And the possession will stay with the Centurions. Maybe a center coming in here. Vodka Man can't get the shot off. A great block there from the Admirals defense. Trying to get a 50. This one will go mid. Jonik will read it, though, but Vodka Man and him both whiff. Sent into the corner here for Python. This one's back out mid. Azuro will try and corral this one. Can't quite do it and is beat on that 50 by Vodka Man. He comes off the ceiling and can't get another touch on it, though. Python pops it up. Gets a bump, and Python is able to get the bump play in the back of the net in a 2-0 lead here again for the Admirals. Oh my goodness, he skied him. He's wondering where he is over in Vietnam right now, but across the planet is Trash Bandit. But a great play coming out from the Admirals to go up 2-0 there.
Yeah, very smart pickup from Viz, realizing that he can't touch that ball anymore, just going to send it over the crossbar, and he's able to find that remaining defender, the Trash Bandit, and send him to the moon. And right now, Admiral's looking very strong, and it seems like there's some presence, though. There's a Trash Bandit picking up that shot off the pass from Kill Switch, and now we have a game on our hands as 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Plenty of time for the Centurions to settle back into things and get this offensive presence, and making sure they get these rotations back in place, because looking back, Game 3, Game 4, they were so strong at being able to keep the ball in the offensive zone just like that. And now Vodka Man ties things up, and they're having some very quick goals. They're getting back into their groove, and they're looking real nice right now.
I haven't even been able to talk in between goals. That's how quick they're putting them in the net. 2-2 here. Last time I spoke, it was 2-0 Admirals. And Bandit getting on the end of a very nice pass from Kill Switch. Beautifully executed play. And then another beautifully executed play for Vodka Man, as he almost has another one there. Just 7 seconds later. I can't speak, can I?
Nope.
3 goals, 21 seconds, and the Admirals are back in the lead.
Viz somehow flicks it over all 3 defenders. I don't know how he was able to get it past all 3 of them. They were all in his way. He found an opening for himself as well, and you know, that I think that's just going back into that communication issues that the Centurions had in games 1 and 2, where they always seemed like someone else was going to challenge. They weren't going to be the one to challenge, and allows for too much room and too easy of decision making for the Admirals.
Ooh, almost a backboard play that worked. Jonik got it in the middle here. And this one is in the net. Sorry, my game lagged out there for a second, but Azuro with the great read puts it into that top left corner. And as soon as they lost that 2-goal lead, they were able to gain it back just as quick here. 101 seconds left on the clock, and 2 goals, maybe 3 here, are going to be needed. What a save from Vodka Man. Nobody back here, but it's not in yet. Frantic in the net here. And with a minute and a half left on the clock, it is 5-2 Admirals here. Huge goal, huge momentum shift now, and we'll see if the Centurions can combat that and come back quickly, or if their playoff lives are going to be over just as quickly as they started here. Almost a defensive lapse there from the Admirals, but oh boy, what has gone wrong for the Centurions here in the last minute or so?
Well, they're just allowing so much space for the Admirals to play with, and they were doing so well. They're going to get this again. They have a wide open player, 2 wide open players in midfield, Jonek and I didn't see the other guy, but they're just, there's just so much space for the Admirals to play with and to shoot for open nets, and I can't think it's any other reason than just being a little bit of a miscommunication now.
Just absolutely frantic play coming out from the Centurions. They need a goal every 15 seconds on average to stay in this game, and as the Admirals gain possession back, it's looking unlikely that the Centurions will come out, and just an absolutely dominant last minute and a half coming out here from the Admirals, just outplaying the Centurions, and Python puts a bow on this win with that huge save, keeping the momentum with the Admirals here, as this one is bounced back. 24 seconds left of playoff play here for the Centurions, unless a absolute miracle occurs here. Jonik able to clear this one back out, brought back in by Vodka Man, and they're playing